Hey, recording this video after close trade Thursday, 18th of April 2013. Well, if you're a subscriber by email, you're probably getting two messages straight in a row, so I apologize for that. Yesterday I missed my window to get the video out before the email distribution kind of cut-off time. But anyway, we got the follow-through I was talking about in yesterday's email, where 1540 was probably not going to hold. It's just saying we didn't have enough extreme exhaustion kind of selling on the downside to end this move. So closed at 35 today, 2 million contracts traded again, and I still think we're heading down for this cyclical cross here on better sine wave, which will be a pullback and an uptrend. On the oscillators, again, we're at minus 70 today, not quite touched oversold here, so I think we're going to kind of continue down. Not sure whether it'll be straight down tomorrow. The average trade size today was pretty low, and sometimes on little retraces like this, you get a low average trade size, it can bounce. So it's possible it'll bounce for a day or so and then kind of head back down, or maybe kind of just straight through. But until I see kind of pretty much oversold over here on the trend oscillators, I don't think this down move is over. And again, the money's kind of flowing into bonds. You can see the bond market was pretty strong today, and we're kind of continuing this oscillator kind of sitting below the zero line, again kind of explained in yesterday's video. And just on this long-term chart, so I was saying yesterday I didn't think the support 1540 would hold here on pullback to end of trend, because we've not seen exhaustion selling on a left shoulder kind of down here. We need to see extreme readings on the downside. There tend to be bigger readings than the upside, so I'm looking for an exhaustion signal on the left shoulder. You can see that little blue professional bar towards the end of the day kind of caught the low there temporarily, found a little bit of support, but we're playing around this level, so not sure whether we'll hold Friday and just play around those levels and maybe continue down on Monday, or just kind of continue down. Fridays tend to be kind of range days. They also tend to be positive days. So looking for a bigger range day, and just because of the end of the week for some reason, the stats show there's a positive bias to Fridays, so not sure which way it's going to break. In terms of my trading, traded quite well. I was actually trading the pre-open, just because I'm up at that time of day. So 3 in the morning Chicago time is mid-evening here in Sydney. So I traded this breakout long 1548.50. These little blue professional bars kind of came in. We had breakouts on the 500 and the 1500 of a support level here. We had a little cluster of blue professional bars on 500, one or two here. This is jumping the creek. So got on board there, was quite happy, took out 3.5 points. There was more in it, up to 53s, but I got out too early. And then tried to play the pullback. Looked like to me, blue professional bars into that pullback level. That was around the jobless claims numbers, and it's just incredibly slow and quiet. It was a bit of a nothing number, and then we dropped through that pullback level, so I had to get out when 1.5 point loss. But then as soon as the market opened, we were below supports on the 500 and 1500, so in a downtrend here. So I got short at 48.25 and took out 3 on the downside. Again, I was out way too early. Should have waited for the blue professional bar to kind of come in at the lows. I was getting out, I think it was blue professional bars on the 500, but that was enough for me. I was good, 3 trades done, 5 points, so I was happy. But again, I just have a little bit more nerve and kind of hold through these things. So this exhaustion selling is kind of setting the move off, if you like. So we had the first little bounce there, professionals start to take profits. This thing isn't over till we see an exhaustion selling signal on the left shoulder with a pullback to end of trend. It wasn't a classic one of that's kind of getting the move going. This is maybe starting to bottom the move out. Then the blue professional bars kind of come in again, end of trend, bullish divergence. To me that looks pretty good, but it didn't last. We just fell through again, and it took us to make some more bullish divergence patterns closer to the zero line. Another pullback to dirty end of trend before this thing was better in terms of a bottom. And you can see we tested that price point quite a few times, then we rallied up, but the market was weak. Again, we had blue professional bar exhaustion buying up here, blue professional bars at the highs, bearish divergence, and then a rush for the doors. People really anxious to sell this thing. Test back up with amateur up bars into that test back up into 46s, and then we fell off again. So nice little day's trading, I'd have said. So I hope you traded it well. And yeah, I'll try and rush this video out, kind of get that out kind of more within this kind of distribution window to get the emails out. So if you're getting two emails from me to get today, having not had any for 10 days or more, so I apologize for that. Don't hold it against me. It's just the difficulty of different time zones. Also, we're now back in Sydney and having a distribution kind of cut-off time for the emails. Anyway, I'll tag on a couple of those trades. Hope you traded well today.
Okay, just gone long 48.50. Long 48.50. It is 3:47 a.m. Chicago time. European markets are open, and the reason we're getting long now, looks like we've got a breakout happening above resistance on 500 and 1500 here. So we've got blue professional bars up here at the highs and through these resistance levels. That's kind of jumping the creek. Yesterday we had a little bit of a bottom formed, and we've been in this fairly kind of wedge-ish pattern, just kind of coming up to these tops. Each time we've kind of come into these lows, got rejected, so it looks like we're having a break above resistance here. So let's try and get a trade on kind of before the open and see if we get a little bit of a runner. So long 48.5. A few minutes later we've kind of broken up nicely up to 49s. So got two blue professional bars here on 15, jumping the creek through resistance here into an uptrend. So above resistance on 500, so hopefully we'll go pull back to end of trend. You can see it's a little kind of that local top there at 48s, 49s, really important. So we kind of broken through it now. So should get a little bit of a rush to the upside hopefully. Okay, a little while later, we're now up into the 50s. Exhaustion patterns here on the 500, and a bit of a Rambo pattern here. 5,000-6,000 on better momentum on the 1500. Still holding out 52.50. Normally pre-open I'd kind of maybe use a 3-point target instead of 4. Let's wait and see. Might get lucky. As soon as we see blue professional bars kind of coming in at the highs here, that'd be kind of a signal to maybe take profits, but still holding on. Alright, here we go. We've hit 51.5. Got a bearish divergence in here, but this will still run to a pullback to end of trend. 250s, 5250 is my target, so I'll just wait for that. It started to speed up a second ago, so maybe we'll kind of head back up. See, it's kind of breakdown area around here. So potentially there are some stops kind of sitting there. So let's see, keep on holding. Alright, we hit 52 even, and there's the blue professional bars kind of come in, one on 500, one on 15, so starting to take profits. 7,000 reading on better momentum, which is a pretty big reading kind of pre-open. So I'm getting a little bit nervous. Wondering if I should pull in a target to 52 even, but let's just give it a second. We could maybe just get a little bit of play to the upside. Just out 52 even, just for 3.5, and don't hold it to 52.5 just because this is a big reading. Better momentum here on 500, 7,000, kind of pre-open. That is a big reading. Got a bunch of blue professional bars kind of coming in here at the highs, so don't want to sit through any retrace. Quite happy with that. Usually pre-open I'll put on just a target of 3 points. So happy with 3.5. What is it? 4:49 a.m. Chicago time. So that's almost exactly an hour in that trade. Just looking for that. So that's fine. Happy. Means I don't necessarily have to trade today, but let's see how I feel. The follow-up. A few minutes later, we actually got up to 53. So the original target of 52.50 would have got hit. And 53 is where we had another blue professional bar, another exhaustion signal, kind of pro signal on 500. It's not gone pull back to end of trend yet, but we kind of quickly sold off to 51s, so I'm quite happy to be out, kind of on the way up rather than trying to jiggle around with this kind of retrace here. See where it goes, pull back to end of trend kind of finally, but it was about a 9,000 reading on better momentum, which is big on 1500. Tip bar chart and blue professional bars kind of taking profits up there, so see where it finally ends up. Short 825, short 825, and just checking my stops and targets. reason for going short. We're below support on 500 and 1500. These blue professional bars kind of come in pre-open, but I don't know. It's not somewhere that where a move down would end necessarily. Although we're getting a bounce here. Alright, okay. Support becomes resistance potentially, kind of coming around. There's no blue professional bars kind of after the open, so it's nice and fast at least though. That's good, because pre-open it was incredibly slow. So short 48.25. Right, that's good. Pullbacks come in, so we had Emini up bar into the pullback level and a blue professional bar kind of selling it down. We got follow on straight away, which is kind of good. Shows continue to break down. Excellent. Okay, target sitting at 44.25, but I don't need that much. I got some pre-open, so let's see where this goes. Breaking to a new low here. So let's hold on, let's see where this goes until we get some kind of decent selling signal on 1500, some kind of exhaustion pattern. Come on, don't bounce there. Let's keep going. Yeah, good. The end of trend's gone off. No blue professional bars down here. That was a Rambo pattern. This might get a little bit of a bounce from there, but wasn't a decent sell signal down here. Blue professional down bar though. Got a little bit of time to run. There's not enough blue professional bars down here to win this thing, so we're going to crack through. Going to move my target to 45.25, just because don't need the full fall. Come on, break through there. So a little bit of a run. Here we go. Looking for 45.25. Got exhaustions down here. No blue professional bars yet. We almost got it. Let's hold out. Bingo. Excellent. 45.25. 3. And blue professional down bar kind of comes in here. Exhaustion selling minus 11,000. That's big reading. Interesting to see where this goes. Still got to put in pullback to end of trend, but I'm happy with the 3 there. I got pre-open a 3.5, a loss of 1.5, and now that 3, so it gives me 5 after 3 trades. Good. And done. What is it? 11:37 p.m. My time, Sydney. 8:37 Chicago time. Yeah, it's continuing down. Original target 44.25 has been hit as well. Never mind. That was fine. Happy with that. Good.